Right now, just take a look at what I am doing. Now, instead of passing an array, what I am passing is a pointer. Passing as in the first element or the first parameter of my function is nothing but a pointer. Right? Why a pointer? Because what is a pointer? A pointer is simply a variable that can hold an address. That is what a pointer is. Keep this definition in mind. What is a pointer? Pointer is simply a variable that can hold an address. So whenever we are passing an array, what are we actually passing? We are actually passing address of the first element. Right? Now to hold the address of the first element, even a pointer would suffice. Right? So it is nothing but having or passing a pointer. So in short, one dimensional array and a single pointer, right, they can be used interchangeably. Right, I'll show you how. Right, I'll again use an int I, then I will use for I equals to 0, I less than size, I plus plus. And what is the functionality? Functionality is that if my element is odd, I would print that element. Right, so I would say if p of I mod 2 not equals to 0 means it would be an odd element, I would simply say cout a space and I would say p of I. I'll give a cout and del so that this does not collide with anything else. Right, and I'll call this function like this, print odd, and I'll again pass a and I'll pass size. Right, let's see how this works. See, it printed only 31 and 41. Right, let me comment out this thing also. Not required now. Okay, now it printed only the odd elements. Right, only 31 and 41, which are the odd elements. What is important thing to note, or what is the change which I have brought in here, is that instead of passing the array like this, right, or declaring the parameter like this, I am declaring it like this. Now what is this? This is a simple one dimensional pointer, not one digit, it is one dimensional pointer. So what it means is that whenever you are passing an array to a function, right, you can accept that array in a pointer, because at the end it is nothing but getting the address or storing the address. Right, so whatever operations we carry out in an array, we carry those operations out using addresses. Right, so this is one way of printing. Right, there is another way of printing as well. Let us check that way. Right, I'll also say cout, right, again a space, and I would say star of bracket p plus I. Right, now what does this p plus I do? Now what does p hold? P holds an address. Right, so let us assume that your array starts with address 100. So if I say, and I is moving from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if I do 100 plus 0, right, it would be the first element, that is index 0. Right, so it would print value at address 100. Right, so p plus I would evaluate to 100. If I say p plus 1, which would be 100 plus 1, now in this particular case 100 plus 1 would evaluate to 100 plus 4, that is 4 bytes. Why? Because one element takes 4 bytes. Since we are adding 1 to a pointer, what is p? P is a pointer, and if we are adding 1 to the pointer, it actually adds 4 bytes going ahead. So this would move 4 bytes ahead. Right, and it would print value at address 104, which would be nothing but in this case 20. Right, but when will it do that? It will do only if it is odd. So 10 and 20 will not be printed, but 31 and 41 would be printed. Let us check that out. right? See, 31 got printed twice, 41 got printed twice, right? In the same way, if in this particular function of mine, okay, we are not using pointer here, right? Now this is a little complex, but I hope you understood this. And what I want is, I want you guys to try this thing out, right? Refer this video, I'll upload this video, right?